Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Zap App Show. So, we have a big day for you today. A lot of things have happened. So, let's get to the good news. Let's jump right in. All right, guys, you know me. I'm Bruce. With me, I have the founder of ZapAPPS, Nikhil. Say hello, Nikhil.
Hey guys.
And to my right, I have MD, the CMO of OmniKick. Say hello, MD.
Hello everyone.
Hey there. So, Nick, let's go ahead and focus in on you since we have the big rollout going on today with ZapSeller. So, as everyone could see, there's some instruction sets down there at the bottom that we have scrolling along. Nick, let's talk about it.
Okay guys, so a lot of you were waiting for ZapSeller redemption process. So now it is officially available. All you need to do is click on the link which is actually displayed on the screen and then enter your ZapERP codes. So whether you purchased during our recent PG deal or whether you have purchased before that, just mention that the deal that you purchased and the code that was shared with you or the code that you used during the ZapERP redemption, and that's it. Press submit. Once you do that, by on actually June 29th, you will receive your ZapSeller code, which you can use to redeem your ZapSeller lifetime deal complimentary licenses. Yep.
Sorry, guys, I got muted there for a second. Can you hear me
Okay.
now? Oh, hey,
Yes.
perfect. Yeah, I'm back. Good. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Bruce, I was just telling that all they need to do is click on the link, enter the codes that they have already used for ZapERP redemption, and once they put in those codes, press submit. We will send you new ZapSeller codes on June 29th. Now remember, we have a deadline for this activity, which is July 15th. So try to enter your ZapERP already redempted codes in this form before that date.
There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll share with you guys a few reminders before then, just to let everyone know. But the redemption page is up and running, which you can see down on the bottom of the ticker tape running at the bottom of the screen. So this is going to be what the form looks like that you see right there.
Yep. Perfect.
All right. On that note, let's go ahead and jump in and get started on today's updates. So, Nick, I'll go ahead and we'll share your screen and we'll have you take it away.
Sure. Okay, so today actually we have approximately 7 different things to cover. In fact, there are a few more which I will explain during our discussion. Number one, we have improved our eBay connection now. The variants as well as the item groups from eBay are actually getting pulled. So if you have eBay integration that you would like to connect with ZapERP, just go ahead, register an account, put in the eBay credentials, pull the data. Soon, the next update that we are actually releasing is going to be around the update part where you will see most of the information from ZapERP getting pushed to eBay. Then second one is Amazon improvement. Now, now this one is actually quite big. So we worked with Amazon. We had multiple meetings with them, and we actually were able to reduce the API calls time from 8 hours to almost 30 minutes, 30 minutes to 1 hour. So that varies from 30 minutes to 1 hour. So this is one of the best industry standard that we have achieved. So that means now if you have any Amazon orders, you actually I'm hearing my own echo. Apologies for that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yep.
Okay. So so in case of Amazon, now as soon as the orders are placed in Amazon by your customers, those orders will be retrieved in 30 to 1 hour window, and you will have pretty much real-time information from Amazon. So that's the big update. This is again officially approved Amazon API integration. We are listed on Amazon Store, so you can check it out as on their page too. Flipkart improvement, Flipkart connection, the basic version itself is live. So I know a few of you guys were asking about the Flipkart. This is the first version. We are constantly improving it. Do check it out. Do give us a feedback. My colleague Tejas, as well as my new teammate Angna, will be more than happy to help you. Then get low stock alert emails. Now this one is actually quite interesting. So we had this feature before, but we had to sort of disable it in order to improve some of the features, some of the other features in the system. Now what exactly it does, it basically tells you that the stock is now lower than the allocated quantity. So example, let's say you have assigned a threshold quantity of 5 and number of stock that you have is now 4. So then you're going to receive an email. Now we actually went one step further. So that means we actually said, why not we sort of let user decide when exactly he wants to receive these notifications. Now you have three options. One is you receive these notifications weekly, you receive this daily, and you receive this hourly. So if you have need where you would like to receive notification hourly, you can do that too. Then we do have update for roles and permission. There is a slight changes that we're gonna do for a roles and permission, but all in all, what we have done is we are giving some default roles to you guys, so which include admin, warehouse manager, the accountant. So that way, those particular roles will have access to those particular features. Now, this is something we did discuss in one of the previous webinar, and the feature itself is live. But again, as I said, there are some minor tweaks that we are doing. Those should be live by Friday. New reports. Now, this is the big one. We have already released 2 new reports, and we are on the verge of releasing 4 more new reports. Now, these are really interesting ones because these are completely based on feedback from you guys. So this is not something that we came up with, but this is something that you guys told us. We will share the exact report name in one of our update email by next week. That will exactly tell you which report we are releasing and which report we have already released. Now edit the item by clicking on its SKU. Now it's a small update. If you check out the inventory table, what we have allowed now is you can click on the edit button, as well as you can directly click on the SKU itself. That will open the edit modal, and you can change the inventory item, and you can obviously make other changes too and press save. So that's sort of like a in order to save some time, so more of a visual flow update. So these are like few quick like 7 pointer updates that we had. Then in terms of other updates, what we have started doing is we have started actually taking on more demo calls. So if you guys or if your client needs help with the demo, or if they need to understand how the system work, feel free to check out our demo link, schedule a demo call. We have also started taking the calls on Saturdays. So take advantage of that, and just yeah, onboard as many clients as you want, if obviously if you are agency owner. Now that is one thing. Then we have big news on the team front. We actually recently got one of our sales lead onboarded, sales and marketing lead. So her name is Angna. She's not with us today in the call, but she will be with us in the next webinar, where we will also have one e-commerce expert. So that is something that I wanted to do in this webinar, but we had to move to next webinar due to the availability of the e-commerce guy. So that's pretty much. I guess I covered most of the things.
Cool. This email, by the way, everyone has received that. So just FYI, guys, be on the lookout for this, that you'll see inside your mailboxes too. Okay. So thank you very much, Nick. I'm pretty sure I've gotten a lot of people already asking for some access to the links for redemption. So guys, you'll see that I put it up on side the page. I put it in YouTube. I've put it up in Twitter and Periscope that the redemption link that you see at the bottom, you can now submit in your Zap ERP codes. So Nuno, thank you very much for that. And on that note, let me go ahead and we'll bring MD on the screen. And MD, let's go ahead and have you ready, and let's go ahead and talk about some quick OmniKick announcements.
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
So basically, what I was talking about the last webinar is I was talking about the visual email builder and the manual integration code. So the two things that we were actually talking about. So basically, the manual installation code, I said that if you go to your software and then you see a settings button on the top right. I'm sorry, everyone can see my screen, right? Okay. All right. So the manual installation code, as you can see, if you go on the top right of the software, you see the settings icon, and then you see the platform CMS installation, and just below that, you would see the manual installation. So you have to choose either one of them. So this one is built in with Shopify. So if you have Shopify, you don't have to worry about anything. You just click install and connect with your Shopify store. If you do not have Shopify, any other platform, you can just go ahead and copy this code. You don't have to just copy it manually. You can just click on this copy button and it will be copied yourself. And you can just follow the instructions here. So basically, it's different for every single platform. If it's WordPress, you need to install a footer and a header, and then copy the code in the footer. If you're doing it through GTM like Google Tag Manager, you can do it all together. If you're doing it for any other website, you can just go to every page and then just copy the JavaScript on it, and that way the entire system will be connected with your website. I would also go ahead and do a demo or a tutorial of how to install the code. I would go ahead and put it on the OmniKick group for the users that are currently there, all our current users, and anyone who signs up today or anyone who signs up with this time, they will be added to the group as well, and they will also be able to see the demo of how to go ahead and install the manual installation code. But it's very simple. All you have to do is click on copy over here. It gets copied, and then you go ahead and paste it on the footer of every page of your website, and it would be connected. Once the website is connected, once you go ahead and let me show you. So once you go ahead and connect it to your website, the way you would understand that it is working is that you visit your website, and after some time you see this is the push notification that it says allow, and this is the opt-in that actually prompts you to enter the name and email. So you would actually see both of these features once you go ahead and install it properly into your website. So that was about the manual installation code. If anyone who hasn't grabbed the lifetime deal, we still have it now, but we actually do not think that it will go ahead and last very long because our codes are filling up very fast. So we just have a limited number of codes. So everyone who wants to grab the offer, it's high time that they go ahead and grab it, because once this lifetime deal is over, it just goes back to monthly subscriptions, and which would be very expensive, guys, compared to what we are actually coming up. And the thing that we're currently working on, just to let you an update, we're working on Omnibot. It is on the landing page, but let me just let you know what this is actually. So you have seen the pop-up, right? So when you go to our website, a pop-up comes from the below or the top, and it asks you to give your name or email. Omnibot would be an advanced level pop-up. So what it will do, it will actually pop up like a chat bot. So when you go to a website, you see chat support on the right side, and then they just ask that how can I help you, and things like that. So this will be a drip opt-in form in a chat bot way. So basically the opt-in form would interact with your customers, telling them what they want, giving them discount codes, or asking them questions, and the answers all will be selected by you, customizable what you want to ask your customers, and you can also go ahead and add all of the replies of the bot, so the customers get instant reply and they will be more interactive with your website, and they can so basically your website gets more visitors and you get more conversions once this omnibot would be up. So this is what we are working on right now. We are estimating to finish it by end of July. So we would have this, and we already have the manual installation code. We mentioned that we would have this code by July, but as you can see, this is only the 3rd week of June or the 4th week of June. We've already finished it just for you guys so that you guys can actually plug it in, get your website ready and start using OmniKick 2.0. Now coming to the email. So what we had before, it's like, let's say whether you create a new broadcast or a new sequence or anything, right? So you go ahead and choose your subscriptions, as I've already shown this before. So you go ahead and choose the recipients that you want to send to. So I'll just go ahead and choose my name, and I'll just choose look for my email address. So you can use any kind of filters that you want. Contains, I just gave my first name, so it's looking for Oracle. So it's actually looking for my, out of all of the subscriptions, so it just got my one. I go ahead and go to content. So here is what the update is actually about, guys. So once we click channel, you see email and coach, right? So once I click email, now the email has 2 types of options: the HTML editor, which is the basic plain editor, and the visual editor. So if I click on the HTML editor, which was before, it goes to this. So this is what we had in our email. So you just write the email subject, and you can just go ahead and write your text here. So basically what you can do is that you can just write your text, or you just make it bold, italic, underlined, or just add a hyperlink and just change the position and so on and so on. Nothing much, right? You can just personalize with the name and the first name, but you won't be able to choose or change the display of the email. So this is what you would see. It's a very plain and simple email that customers get. But just to make it more interesting, and just to give that customer, or just to give your email that wow factor, we actually came up and we actually implemented this. So this is the visual email builder. So this has no limits, like no limits as in like your imagination is your limit. So you can imagine how you want to write it, how you want to go ahead and put your email builder, how you want to arrange it. So you can go ahead and add images. You can go ahead and add headers. If you don't want headers, you can go ahead and just click edit layout here and go ahead and sure. All right. So you can just go ahead and edit your layout. You can edit the background. You can delete, or you can go ahead and add. This is the button. So one, and you can go ahead and add as many sections as you want, guys. So if I go ahead and add another section, as you see, another section comes up. I can go ahead and add over here. So I can go ahead and add 1 section, 2 section, 3, and so on and so on. As many sections as you want, as many different kinds of promotions that you want to give in one single email. Different images, different buttons. One can go ahead and directly take you to your sales page, your sign up page, or your product page. One can just take you to your about us, or your learn more, or your blog. You can just write learn more. If you want to add more buttons, each button can go ahead and take you to a different page of your website. Each image can represent a different product. Each text can represent about new options. So once we go ahead and go to, so this was what the email builder is. But if we go ahead and do it from scratch, so we go to the visual email builder, you can see there are 2 types of templates. So this is the built-in templates for you, just to have the basic ready for you, so that you can go ahead and just play with it and edit it. So this is the first one that I chose, that I showed you over here. So the header, the image, your text, and the button. But if I go ahead and choose template 2, it goes and shows the see, as you can see. So you can go ahead and add text here, or you can add 2 images side by side. You can add the button, and this is the email subjects. Every single is customizable. Whatever you are writing here, every single text, every single every single image, the background color, the edit layout, the footer, the header, as many sections as you want to edit. If you go to section 1, so you see, so once I select section 1, I can go ahead and edit this section. You can go ahead and create the spacing of it, where you want to keep it, whether you want to keep it in the middle, whether you want to keep it in the side. So if I click on section again, I click on image. As you can see, you can choose the image, you can choose the color of the background, you can choose the link where it will redirect to, you can alter the text, you can make it align, whether you want to make it on left, center, right. So as it is filling up the whole screen, so you can go ahead and make it, if it's smaller, you can go on the left, you can go on the right, or it can place in the center if it's one image in the middle. The vertical spacing as well, you can go ahead and, as you can see, create more space between images, or you can just squeeze it in and make your email preview a little bit shorter or compact. So it's totally up to you how you want to edit it. Every single thing is customizable. Everything, once you go ahead and hover, you can see everything that I can go ahead and edit. You hover over here, you just have to go ahead and hover over all of it, and anyone that you hover over, the edit button simply comes up on the right. And if it's section, if you want to go and play with a different section, so this is section 1 and this is section 2. So you want to play with section 2, you can just go ahead and edit, and the section 2 would be selected, and you go ahead and edit how you want to. So basically, guys, this is what the new thing is. So you just don't have to only have to do with plain and simple email, but you have the visual email builder. This is totally up to you how you want to arrange it, how creative, and how, you know, what your imagination is. So it depends on you as our customer, and depends how you want to attract your customers. Totally up to you. So this is the
MD,
email.
MD, let me ask you a quick question. So, and this might also include Nick, if we're capturing leads from the ZapSeller page, I'm assuming those leads that we capture, or those emails that we capture, could be used to build up the email list bigger inside OmniKick. That way,
Right.
there's more recipients, right? So now, question to all three of you: how is that integration looking like? How far are we along with the progress? Because if people want to be able to start doing some campaigns in a week or two, or after the 29th, right, when our codes get redeemed, how are they going to be able to do OmniKick campaigns from the leads that they capture from their ZapSeller store?
Okay, so basically what would happen is that once they go ahead and install the code into their system, right? So every single subscriber that comes into their website, OmniKick is already connected to their website. So OmniKick automatically picks up the email and the push subscriber, and they can just go ahead and use OmniKick to do the marketing. So it is all automatically added. For example,
as long as there's a JavaScript installation, right? So I'm assuming that,
exactly.
Nick, you have a place inside ZapSeller on the back end where we can install JavaScripts. That's how it would work?
Yeah,
Yes.
every single website has it. So
Yeah. So we do have it, and
Okay.
in fact, I think in one of the last webinar only, I showed that how to add a JavaScript in the footer. So yes.
Okay, perfect. I'm just making sure that way we know by the time it launches that, you know, people can harness and take advantage of those the integrations that we've been talking about here for a few months, so they could use both products in tandem and not have to wait for it.
yeah, exactly. And just for the, just to help out the users a bit, like me and Nikhil can actually go ahead and install it ourselves and see how it works, and then we can create a video tutorial or something and just show it to the customers.
I think this week that would be ideal, since a lot of people are probably going to be playing with that come Sunday. Nick, that's the day of the rollout, the 29th, right? 29th. Oh, Monday. So yeah, that'll give you
Monday.
guys, right? That'll give you guys time to create the video, and then we'll be able to release that. So come next week, we'll be able to show it live in action of the two products running in tandem together.
Yeah. And by the way, one of the reason actually, I didn't get a chance to explain why we took some time, because one of the reason we took time was the scalability factor. So right now, the servers that we just moved to, there, like all the issues regarding, I mean, I hope all the issues, regarding scalability have been fixed. So if your store is going to receive, let's say, 10,000 hits in an hour, we are ready to handle it. So those are the things we have considered. So yeah, I just thought I should mention, and yeah, I'll let you continue too. Sorry about that.
No, that's perfect. Because a lot of people were wondering, hey, what's going on for those week or two that we didn't have any webinars? Perfect.
Yep.
That makes total sense. Okay, guys. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for today. So for all of you who have previous ZapERP redemption codes, regardless of where you got them, go ahead and you're going to submit them in down there that you see on the ticker tape down at the bottom. So that way we could begin the process of converting your codes over to ZapSeller from your previous ZapERP purchase. So that's number one. Number two, they're going to be equivalent to what you purchased also in the past. So Nick, let's have you talk about that real quick for those people who bought like a crazy package or an agency package. By the way, Nick, you're muted. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So if you bought, let's say, agency 2 package from PitchGround with the 20 sub accounts, you're gonna get exactly same in ZapSeller 2. So you're gonna have 20 sub accounts. Right now we don't have agency dashboard. Once we have agency dashboard, you will get agency dashboard too. Do you guys need to pay anything for this? No, absolutely not. So as long as you have purchased it first and you haven't refunded yet, you will be mapped to exactly the same plan that you have for ZapERP to the ZapSeller plan. I hope I answered the question.
Yep. No, perfect. So people understand that their storefronts are going to be equivalent to the amount of code purchases that they purchase with ZapARP. So that way the back-end inventory management will sync up with the amount of storefronts that you'll have. So let's say you had 20 sub accounts with an agency account on ZapARP. That's what you're going to have for storefronts with ZapSeller.
Absolutely. Correct.
Perfect. Okay, guys, on that note, what we're going to do is also we'll share inside the groups the announcement URL if you're not already part of the Zap app groups. So just go to the ZapERP Facebook page, or you'll see it there. We'll host it there as well as the redemption code for those of you who were lucky enough to get ZapERP codes in the past. And on that note, we want to thank you guys for joining us. Yes, today it's only going to be 30 minutes. Next week, we're going to look into creating and starting up your own Facebook shops. Inside, you'll notice now the Facebook page, the Facebook group, and on YouTube, we already have up a video of showing you how to set up your own Facebook shop. Perfect. We want you to review that so that way you guys are a little bit more aware of how Facebook's setup process is, because we've already applied to get access to Facebook Shop, so now we're just waiting on approval. But in the meantime, you can go ahead and play with Facebook Shops now after you have a chance to take a look at our video, and we're going to be working to integrate that as soon as Facebook and the API team allow. So on that note, we'll have everyone have a good week. Keep social distancing in mind. Be safe, and we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bye, guys. You grab your coach right before time runs out.
There you go. Have a good one, guys.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care, guys.